What's happening, gang? It's your boy Retro, back again with another reaction video. Yeah. Today, I think we just seen the last of Miss Jessica Tarlov in this next clip, guys. She about got herself tossed off the set based off her comments. We know she's been saying some very deranged things, and she's been living in a delusional world these last couple of weeks. She's been dancing that line with the network, and I think she just went ahead and toppled it all over, guys. It all came crashing down on top of her. I'm excited to get into this one and see exactly what Jess Tarlov had to say this time. So we're going to get straight into the clip, and I'll get my thoughts on the back end, guys. So definitely stick around to the end. So you guys get my thoughts on the back end. And also, so YouTube pushes this video out, definitely stick around until the end for your boy. But yo, let's get straight into it, y'all. Before we do that, though, make sure you guys hit that like button and also hit that subscribe button, guys. We're on the road to the truth. Hop aboard for the journey. Let's get into it, y'all.
The 5 weighs in on the Trump getting fined hundreds of millions of dollars by Judge Engoron without a trial. And of course, Jessica Tarlov, who has lost her mind. New York could be ruined as a business state, and we're going to find out why. Welcome to Doug in Exile. I'm Doug Tenaple. This is where the happy patriots are.
This decision, in quotes, is a complete and total sham. There were no victims, no damages, no complaints, only satisfied banks and insurance companies, in quotes, in parentheses rather, which made a ton of money.
Now, that was Trump on Truth Social. This is Letitia James, how she ran to get Trump.
I will never be afraid to challenge this illegitimate president.
Illegitimate president. That's dog whistle for election denier. She believes in the big lie. Letitia James is another election denier, claiming that when Trump won in 2016, that he was an illegitimate president. This is when they were pushing all the Russia stuff.
But Donald Trump was convicted of this before we got today's sentencing. The judge had already found him guilty.
By just the judge.
But that is how the system works. You can change.
Okay, her first defense is this is how the system works. This is the system, guys. One judge, no jury, found Trump guilty. And when does a Democrat start defending the system? I thought they were supposed to overturn the system. What happened to power to the people?
Of inflating assets between $812 million and $2.2 billion. And I understand on the appeals front, and it will go to appeal. He has 30 days to do it. And I think his lawyer already has, that they are going to have to, as the judge said, prove that somebody was actually wronged by this.
Someone actually being wronged. How about Trump was wronged? So yeah, they're going to get this thing appealed, but we don't know how corrupt the New York corruption goes all the way up to the appeals court, all the way up to the state Supreme Court.
Defrauded people, not paid his bills. I mean, this is what happened in the 2016 election when Hillary had a slew of ads about how he stiffs everyone from contractors, people who work in his buildings, et cetera. And this is the character of the man. These are huge inflations to get cushier interest rates. I mean, saying that his apartment in Trump Tower is 33,000 square feet when it's really 11,000.
This is what Jessica Tarlov says gets someone fined $400 million in New York, saying your apartment is 33,000 square feet instead of 11,000. Is that some kind of a sick burn? Worth, again, no victim here. There's no crime.
Mar-a-Lago, his tax broker, said $27 million ranks it as a social club when he's running around saying it could be $1 billion. It's actually $517 million. They're consistent lies. They are trying to understand people. Just because Deutsche Bank got richer doesn't mean that it's wrong. Political implications. I happen to think, and have said this since the beginning, that no trials or convictions will matter except for things like in Georgia. And obviously that is complicated this week by what's going on with Fani Willis.
So she's saying the only place this matters is going to be in Georgia, but now brings up Fani Willis has screwed up in her case. So even the best case scenario of what she hopes will happen with this election, that it will turn people away from Trump because he's been convicted of something or fined for something. And it's not going to work outside of New York. And New York would be an uphill climb for Trump anyways to win. It's not going to affect Georgia. Fani Willis is going to affect Georgia. And the people are learning a whole lot about Fani Willis right now.
But he does better in the primary. But if you look at, and we talked about this in Iowa and New Hampshire, when you talk to voters about what's going to happen in a general election and if he is convicted of something, 32% in Iowa said they won't vote for him. Over 50% in New Hampshire said they won't vote for him. People don't want to vote for a felon.
That's not entirely true because of the way that they worded those things. The way that they worded those polls were, would you vote for a felon? Of course, the answer is no if you're in Iowa or New Hampshire. Would you vote if Trump was falsely accused and convicted of a felony? Falsely. They'd all say, well, of course I'd vote for someone who was falsely accused. So the question is not, is he a felon? It's, was he rightly accused, or was he uniquely pointed out for a political hit job? And I think that's where the American people will surprise you, especially in Iowa. The Iowa people are going to vote for Trump in spite of these fake convictions. New Hampshire might go for him too. You might get a surprise out of there.
They don't want to vote for a criminal. Right now, he can coast along and say, this is about bias against me. You know, I'd never touch E. Jean Carroll, even though he owes $83 million for doing that and then defaming her. So I think it does hurt him in the end, but not in this primary. He'll be even more of a juggernaut.
Remember, people proposed that it would hurt him in his primary, and it did not. That's why Nikki Haley and Ron DeSantis ran, is they were hoping it would hurt him in the primary. It didn't hurt him in primary. Surprise, all the people that predicted it were wrong about the primary. The same people that predicted he'd be hurt in the primary said he will be hurt definitely in the general. I don't believe he'll be hurt in the general either. The same thing is going to happen. People are going to realize he's been falsely accused. And Americans don't just blindly go, hey, we believe the government. We believe that this New York Judge Engoron, there was nothing biased about it at all. No, I think even some New Yorkers are going to go, hey, Guido, hey, forget about it. This is a crime. This ain't right. They didn't do right by Trump.
Well, you're saying that people won't vote for a criminal. You're criminalizing him. All of these Democrats are just indicting him. And then you'll get a conviction, and then they'll get appealed, and they'll go to the court. You're ruining the process. You say this is how the system works, Jessica. This has never been how the system works. In the history of New York State, the Associated Press investigated, there has never been a case like this.
And this is where Jesse Waters and the Five start to destroy what Jessica Tarlov is trying to say. These are Democrats keep saying, look, this is a normal legal process in this court case. It is completely abnormal. It is utterly deformed. It is ruinous for America. And Americans who care about this country, that is patriots, are not going to fall for it. Are New Yorkers that dumb? Let me know in the comments below. Are they dumb enough to fall for this? Even Democrats? They're going to go, oh, this is normal. Sure, it's simple. It's normal.
There's no people that are complaining about getting swindled who are working for the Trump organization.
Has been ripped off all of the buildings along the West Side Highway. Okay. These people don't want to live in something with the man's name on it.
You were talking about partisan activists in Manhattan.
Away? All of Upper West Side are just partisan.
You're talking about they took his golf club away. People love that course. Have you played it? You'd love it. If you could play golf, you'd love it, Jessica.
I can't. I'm a
probably
tennis
shoot
woman.
under par.
This is just politics of, we want to move out of his building because we don't like him as a candidate. It has nothing to do with what he actually did. This is a different form of canceling someone and boycotting someone is all Trump is facing. And what we're going to learn in America is we're more and more divided based on politics. I can't do business in New York. You'd be crazy to open a business in New York or DC. Elon Musk had to leave DC and reincorporate down in Texas. People are learning America is politicized and the left half is broken because they're so bigoted against the other side that you can't even conduct normal business in their state boundaries.
Yo, there we have it, guys. Coming from our friend Doug in Exile. Definitely going to be sure to leave that original video link down in the description box below. For those who want to go over there and check that out. Also, for you guys to go over there and show our friend Doug some love. Oh my goodness, you guys. I think we may have just seen the end of Miss Jessica Tarlov, the Fox News host. Has went over the edge, guys. She can't keep getting away with this. And I'm glad we had Jesse Waters there to put her in her place. She's trying to say that, New York is ditching Trump. Jess Tarlov is out of her mind to say that it's a clear sign that, New York is, ditching Trump. The polls are going to show otherwise when it goes to the general election based off, residents of, I guess, New York City apartment buildings ripping Trump's name off the front of their buildings, guys. And that could have been a one person or one group, guys. A complete partisan wacko could have just been running around ripping off Trump's name. It didn't, stand for the complete polling. This isn't the first time we've seen Jessica Tarlov coming unglued. This time it was Jesse Waters that got right underneath her skin, letting her know, this isn't a clear sign or indicator that, people are going to ditch Trump. They can see straight through these sham cases and these political witch hunts that this is another, this is a partisan hack job. All these investigations and indictments aimed at Trump have not done anything but make him stronger, and he's gained more support, guys. This guy, that's why they call him the political juggernaut, is because you keep throwing those little, measly bullets at him, those little strays, but it just deflects and it hits right back on them. It always backfires. We've got Jack Smith, the supposed special counsel who's been trying to get Trump. Guys, in his cases, he's been getting slammed down in every corner. We got Fani Willis, who has been trying to get Trump to persecute him on the craziest basis also. And she's almost losing her job at this point. Now we've got Letitia James and that corrupt judge, Arthur Engeron. Trump's definitely going to go for that appeal. We as America First Patriots just have to pray that the rot doesn't go all the way up to the upper level divisions of the appeal courts in New York, guys, because it just stinks around there, guys. The legal system is truly corrupt in New York, guys, and that is why we're seeing all these business owners leaving out of the states, guys. They banned Trump's son for 2 years out of the state from doing business. It's definitely madness if you're a business owner in New York. And then we got Dems like Jess Tarlov, who's trying to, stand up for this type of corruption and say that, this is normal procedures. The way they're coming about Trump on this civil fraud case is, it's correct. Hearing Jess Tarlov utter those words to try to say that, this is all normal court proceedings, Trump is not a victim. He, is a criminal and should be prosecuted by the, the legal system. Letitia James is correct, and Arthur Engeron is also trying to say that that civil fraud case was correct and Trump owes $300-something million, guys. This is just bizarre. The TDS, it goes so far. I mean, come on, guys. The TDS blinders on display there are just unfathomable. I can't believe we're seeing from Jess Tarlov, and it's live on Fox News. Wouldn't be surprised at all if we've seen the news network come down on Jess Tarlov for the way she has been conducting herself very inappropriately on the show. These past couple of months, we've seen her, just in clip after clip, getting slammed by the other co-hosts and truly getting on their nerves, guys. Definitely hop in the comment section and let me know your thoughts. What do you guys think Fox News is going to do with Jess Tarlov? Who is she going to get replaced with? I mean, obviously we need another opposing viewpoint, but she obviously needs to be replaced with someone who doesn't have that Trump derangement syndrome and those blinders on, guys, to the degree that she has them. Definitely hop in the comment section and let me know your thoughts. Also, make sure you guys hit that share button, guys. Share this to as many Facebook friends as possible. And also make sure you guys hit that like button, guys. Does not cost a thing. Hit that like button for your boy. And also hit that subscribe button, guys. We're on the road to the truth. Hop aboard for the journey. I'll catch you guys on the next one.